Live from the basement of Edwards Hall, it's Brockport Sports Talk with Michael Tamaro, Zach Harnischfaker, and your host, Jack McGilligan.
Hello and welcome back to Brockport Sports Talk alongside Zach Harnischfaker and Ian Wild. Guys, it's playoff time.
Woo! Best time of the year, finally.
Oh, come on.
NHL playoffs are on, NBA playoffs are on, MLB early season is on, but we're not going to talk about that today.
They'll have their moment in the sun.
Rays lost a series.
To the Blue Jays.
Yankees lost to the Angels. I mean, I don't care anymore. It's playoff time.
I still care.
Well, who cares about you? Moving on. We said last week we'd get into our playoff predictions after our post-mortem last week, and now we are here in honor of the playoffs. We have brought our own miniature replica Stanley Cup. It's not just any regular Stanley Cup. It's the Fortnite Cup. Ian, can you explain your beautiful trophy here?
I take part in a sim league with a bunch of my friends from home on NHL 23 called the Fortnite Hockey League. This is the Fortnite Cup. I played as the Montreal Canadiens, managed the team, and last season in December, we won it all on the back of Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Alex Trebek, and others. A lot of crazy players. Yeah, he was on that team.
Ian, I gotta say, you know I love you, but you are gotta be the biggest nerd.
Hey, okay.
And you're not a baseball nerd?
Yeah.
All right, touche.
Catcher's like the nerdiest position you could play in baseball, and you don't play it well enough to be on the team.
Wow, you're roasting me today.
I mean, you came after Ian. You're trying to roast him.
Well,
I'm unroastable.
I love you too, but.
Wow. Yeah, you can't touch Ian. He's got too much money.
Fair enough.
I'm a Fortnite Cup champion. You don't have anything on me.
He's a Fortnite Cup champion, but will he be the NHL playoff prediction champion?
No, he won't.
Here today? We brought our brackets. Ian, let's take a look at your playoff bracket. Let's see what you got cooking here.
All right, we'll start right with the very end. I have the Edmonton Oilers winning the Stanley Cup. I think they seem to be the favorites to come out of the West, but my Eastern team may surprise you. New Jersey Devils, I have beating the Rangers in the first round, and they're going on quite the run.
And the Bruins.
Yes, surprising.
That might be three upsets that some people won't predict.
I know I was very high on Carolina for a while, but some things that soured me on them. Their power play has been inconsistent all season, and losing Andrei Svechnikov.
It was a big blow.
Huge blow. Their scoring's going to hurt from that.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Svechnikov, as they call him in the locker room.
Yeah, I don't know how he feels about that, picking him over Rangers. I don't know how he feels.
I know he's not
a
fan of it, but no, I think the Devils. I think the Devils' speed can really give the Rangers problems. Obviously, the start of the series, we watched Game 1 last night. No, it wasn't pretty for New Jersey.
It wasn't pretty for the Leafs or the Devils. They really disappointed us. I went home very sad.
Me too. I was hoping we'd see a Devils win so we can laugh at Zach tonight, but we'll have to wait.
I can laugh at you guys. Ha-ha.
I mean, it's Game 1.
We're up 1-0.
Yeah, 3 to go. Still, long way.
Yeah. Can you even count to 3?
I can. 1, 2, 3.
Barely counts.
All right, but back to my bracket. There is one thing I wanted to point out, and it's my big first-round upset. I got the Winnipeg Jets taking out the number 1 seed in the West in those Vegas Golden Knights.
That's a pretty big upset.
That's a bold take.
I think
because you hate Jack Eichel.
That definitely factored into it, but I think Winnipeg genuinely has the structure to be able to overcome it, and Connor Hellebuyck. Can't go wrong with Connor Hellebuyck. The goaltending, absolutely an edge for the Jets. And last night, if you watched Game 1 of that series, they looked really good. They were dialing all over the place. Vegas is going to have to come up with some answers in Game 2.
They really are. And I mean, I think it's a fine bracket. Not anything crazy, but unfortunately for me, I did go a little bit crazy.
A little bit
crazy. If we take a look at my playoff bracket here, let's go ahead. The Leafs beating the Boston Bruins. A pretty crazy prediction there. Leafs beating the Lightning after Game 1 is also a crazy prediction as well. I think that basically I go by my gut instinct and that the Boston Bruins, too much good has happened for them. This is the NHL playoffs. This is the postseason. Too many good things have happened for them right now. I think the Oilers also, just bad things happen to them in the playoffs. Kings kind of, when they get in there, they have some luck. I think they're going to be able to upset them. That's my big first round upset. I would say And I would say, Carolina winning the cup, I like Carolina. The analytics love them. They have been a darling in that way. And really, I think it's just the gut feeling that it also just would it be fun as a Sabres fan, and who hates the Bruins and Leafs really, what would be funniest for both of their teams? And I think it would be funniest if the Boston Bruins somehow lost to the Leafs with their most steroid-powered team ever, the greatest regular season team ever. It would be very funny, and then the Leafs get throttled by the Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they end up winning the Cup. Dallas is just a solid team. In the West, I think it's really going to come down to just who barely survives in a lot of those series, goaltending as well. But I think Dallas really just has the firepower to be able to stay in there and go in the Western Conference Finals. And really, I just want to see the Hurricanes finally do it. They've kind of been playoff.
I hope you're right. My heart goes with your bracket. I went with my head in mind, but if I went with my heart, I really would have Carolina winning it all.
Yeah. I really thought about Ian Wild and his happiness when I made that pick because I care about him. Yeah, I care about him a lot.
I know I did.
I care, and I don't know what Zach was thinking when he made his playoff bracket. He'll have to let you in on that. But we could take a look at it right now and try and parse through this man's logic. Look a bit different here, but my goodness, you have the Seattle Kraken in their first playoffs ever. They're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Yes, I do. I really like what I'm seeing from their team, and I think nobody thinks that they're going to win. A lot of teams are sleeping on them. I think they're going to go on a nice Cinderella run.
That's not even the biggest thing wrong with your bracket, though.
So. I can't believe you didn't have the Rangers winning the Cup.
You have the Rangers getting eliminated by the Hurricanes?
I do, yeah. I do.
You think Carolina gets revenge for last year?
Yeah.
You've been talking all sorts of nonsense about them all year, guaranteeing stuff.
I know.
You can't even commit to them winning the Cup?
I think they'll win the series against the Devils, but I can't commit to them winning the Cup. I think they're going to lose to the Hurricanes.
This is a shock.
I hope my bracket is wrong. I hope my bracket is wrong and the Rangers go further. But I just
So Hurricanes and then Bruins losing to the Kraken. So you have the Kraken being Colorado, Dallas, and Vegas.
Dude, what drugs is Philip Grubauer going to take?
Going through the three arguably best teams in the conference here.
And it pains me to say it. I know, being a New York sports fan.
That is crazy.
Being a New York sports fan. And
being a New York sports fan? You're an Indianapolis Colts fan.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Yankees.
But you're a Boston hater.
Yeah, okay.
I hate Boston.
As am I.
I hate Boston, but that team is just, amazing. So.
You have the Kraken's a wild one, and you didn't even commit to your Rangers being good. I feel like this bracket's cowardly. He kind of took the easy way out. He's like, I'm going to predict a team that nobody would even think would win. So you make fun of me, doesn't really matter.
This reminds me of my 2019 bracket where I had the second-year team against the 60-plus win team, Vegas versus Tampa, and I did have Vegas winning. Just so you know, Zach, I got literally every single first-round series wrong that year. So hopefully this is not a bad omen for you.
Hopefully not, but we'll see. Although I'm happy with what I saw from the Rangers.
Yeah, last night they quite
apparently not happy enough that you think they're going to win anything significant.
Karen Seiko got another one.
Happened.
Yeah, but going back to Jack's bracket, I want to point out his finalists, the Devils. What a not the Stars, excuse me. What a battle they had in their first game.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Wild, they lose in double overtime.
Minnesota Wild are just a pesky team. They're always around, but they never really win. They just annoy you.
Ryan Hartman leaves the game with an injury, comes back, scores the winner.
Yeah.
Like nothing. I still think Dallas is going to rally back, though, and I do think they'll win the series, but it might not be as easy as I thought it would be. I had them in 5. This could go 6 or 7.
I had them in 5 or 4. I think I have had them in 5. But either way, I think that the NHL playoffs, probably none of us are going to end up being correct in any way. Take a last look at this. My confidence does dwindle a lot in just seeing playoff games. That's about every year, really. It's tough. It's not easy to predict the NHL playoffs.
That's the beauty of it, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. NBA playoffs, also pretty unpredictable right now. The biggest story in the NBA right now after Game 2 of the Kings versus Warriors is Draymond Green's suspension.
What was he
stomping
doing?
On Sabonis in a crazy way after he grabbed the leg. The thing is that he does that. He incites the crowd afterwards, just like trying to play the villain role while taking himself out of a game where the Warriors need him down the stretch. They were rallying, really. They were on fire. Steph was hitting, Clay was hitting, and then Draymond did that.
And as a result, they don't complete the comeback, and now they're down 2-0.
Down 2 games.
Sacramento's bopping right now. That's the first time in the playoffs in a while.
Warriors also just don't win on the road this season. It's pretty crazy. Look
That's
at their road
tough when you're a
splits.
6th seed. You're going to need to win on the road.
Well, it's part of the reason they're a 6th seed because they don't win on the road. But really, I mean, he grabbed on his leg. Sabonis, that is sort of dirty, but it's more so just something to break up the fast break than anything. You know, if he's like really tugging on his leg, yeah. But it just in a way escalation. It's like, you know, grabbing the leg, stomping on somebody's rib cage and possibly breaking it. It's like, you
gotta
know,
get x-rays.
Going way up at Sabonis. And part of the reason I think Green could have been suspended is that Sabonis likely could be out for Game 3.
He only got 1 game, though, and I think that was too light.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach?
I think that's light.
I mean, you do something like that should be at least 5-6.
5-6.
Yeah.
Honestly, considering the possible extent of the
5'6".
injuries,
Yeah.
5-6 is insane. That's you're going to get him out a whole series.
maybe don't try to break someone's rib cage.
Michael Bunting tried to almost decapitate somebody. It didn't look like it was truly personal. He got 3 games.
Yeah.
According to some people, that's going to be the whole series.
I mean, could be, honestly. If the Leafs get swept the first time I put any faith in them, it would make sense. And I mean, it would still be funny to me, so I can't really complain. I like to see Toronto fans struggle.
I would probably bash my head through a wall because I've, like, for years been saying this is the Leafs' time. This team's better. This is the time they finally break through. And I really thought last year they were going to do it, and they just fell short. Rough start this time.
Why do you have any sort of love for the Leafs? You're Canadians.
I shouldn't. I really don't. I think it's just out of pity.
No, it is pity, but it's also
Americans jersey.
the pity goes away.
They're in the playoffs too.
Like I feel the pity. I feel the pity in like the off season, or like that. As soon as it happens, I can point and laugh.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, when the Habs beat the Leafs a few years ago, I was all laughing at that. But like at this point, I think with Toronto, they have to stop taking penalties. That was the big Achilles heel last night. We were watching that game along with the Devils and Rangers, and they were like, what, 7 Tampa power plays? You're not going to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning like that. But Chernak out on that aforementioned hit from Bunting that got him suspended. Victor Hedman left the game with an injury. He's considered day-to-day. That's 2 of their top 4 defensemen. If the Leafs can stay out of the box and those 2 guys can't play, I like their chances to bounce back in Game 2, which honestly might be a must-win. I don't like their chances to go down 2-0.
I mean, if they go down 2-0, then I lose all faith. I think that the way that they played, it's just they have to start out better, and then just, I mean, like you said, Bunting's hit really just threw everything awry.
Shades of Nazem Kadri.
It was looking somewhat good. If, you know, Lightning are banged up now, I think that the Leafs, they if they're able to just get out the mental cobwebs of that thrashing, they're in a decent spot. They have a way to go ahead and win this series. I mean, the Devils also get shut down in that game 1, and I mean they almost did outshoot the Rangers. Only got that Hughes
penalty shot. Yeah, they didn't score in the run of play. It was just a penalty shot.
So it's really, you just got to figure out the goaltender,
won.
but that's a tough thing to do. I mean, both teams are bad game 1s, but it's really just, you know, bunker down and just try and smooth things over and just work. It's a 7-game series. 7-game series. And yeah, Draymond shouldn't be suspended 5-6 games. I think that's messed up. I think there might be some other motivations there for Zach for saying that, honestly.
I mean, I can't exactly say I'm a big Golden State Warrior fan myself, so I don't blame you.
Give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, like Sacramento. Like, first time in the playoffs. When was the last time? Like 2004?
Light the beam, man.
Exactly.
Something like that?
Light the beam.
I'd love to
the
see
button,
the Kings.
yeah.
That being said, my NBA Finals prediction is the Suns over the Celtics. You heard it here first.
Suns over the Celtics.
Yeah, I think this is Phoenix's year.
For the Celtics.
Does anyone here
I'm
have any
gonna
faith
say-
in the Knicks?
No.
No,
Gosh,
not at
no.
all.
That was a rough game last
I mean, they
night.
turned the ball over, what, 35 times?
Cavaliers and Knicks are having a fun series. They're probably going to get thrashed in the
Mike,
second
the
round.
Knicks are bad.
Knicks are bad. Not bad. They're just not as good as the top three in the Eastern Conference.
they're bad.
What's your prediction for the finals?
You'd admit that. I would say probably, well, if Giannis is all good and seems like he's going to be, I'm going to say probably Bucks versus Lakers. Bucks win it.
Lakers.
I'm going Lakers. I just feel like the story's there right now for LeBron. I think I saw they're losing game 2. We'll see how that happens.
Anthony Davis hasn't stubbed his toe yet.
There. I mean,
He's doing all right.
yeah, he's doing all right, and they got Austin Reeves, who might just be Zach's next favorite shooting guard, because Luka is now kind of fallen off.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. He hasn't failed me.
I mean, he failed America. Really, is what he did.
He did.
Just like Tyler Harrow did by getting injured. Failed all of South
he
Florida.
broke his hand.
Yeah, it's
Clearly his
I
fault.
thought he was going to carry the Heat to glory, but no.
That's the player you wanted to carry you. You're all right. You're all right out if you're asking for Tyler Hero to carry you. And really, I think it's time that we get out of here.
Yeah, there's
clearly.
playoff games to watch. What are we
Playoff
doing
games
here?
to
Come on.
watch. I mean, if we're talking about the Heat, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Tyler Hero can't save us, but the Fortnite Cup is here in good hands. Ian Wild.
After my
reigning
perfect bracket, I'm
champion.
going to win that.
That's not.
You gotta join the
can't.
league.
You gotta join some.
$100 entry fee.
I
Pay
give
up.
you the Discord invite.
What?
100. Yeah.
I don't even know what Discord is.
You give him $100, and then you pay me $1,000, and then you maybe get in. You're on the wait list.
Forget it.
Stay tuned
All
to see
right.
if Zach makes it in.
He won't. There's a rigorous process, but hopefully we will be back next week here on Sports Talk again for Zach Harnisch-Fager, Ian Wild. We'll see you next time.